Welcome back.
We have brick number 2 here, and I guess let's get straight into it. This is the Icons of the Realms Tyranny of Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons, newly released 2014 miniature set.
Yeah. So far so good. In our first brick we got a lot of dragons. I think there were 5 in total. And we got at least 1 large for every booster, and one of our boosters had 2 larges. We didn't have too many duplicates. We had a duplicate kobolds, duplicate quicklings, and a human paladin as well. But we'll probably get more duplicates now that we're getting into numerous bricks. Let's see.
This will be the test. So I guess what's the history on this? Dungeons and Dragons hasn't made minifigs since, I guess, 2007 or so?
I don't know, actually. It has been a while. These are being produced by WizKids under contract through Wizards of the Coast, which are, you know, the owners or creators or whatever of Dungeons and Dragons. And I don't think they've made, you know, a new series like this in quite some time. But WizKids, in the meantime, has been making a lot of miniatures for Pathfinder. So, you know, they've been developing their techniques and stuff, and you can tell they have some really nice sculpts for the dragons. What is this?
So this is another copper dragon, and actually we were just saying off camera, since we complained about the paint on the other one, we were saying that if we got a double, we might actually make one into a custom and try some painting techniques of our own.
That's perfect.
See if we can turn the sculpt of what's otherwise a pretty nice sculpt into something that looks a little bit better.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's a nice figure. The sculpt is good. It's just the paint job is not as detailed as I'd like it to be, and we're gonna get to play around with this one now. See how it goes. And
yeah, what we noticed off camera, we'll see if we can get some better close-up shots of it. But what we noticed off camera is that it looks like actually they did a red base coat, and they went over it with this copper paint, and maybe just went a little too liberally with the application, because you can see, and on this one actually it's a little more evident than the first one we got. You can see little bits of red peeking out in some of the detailed areas. This one might actually be a little bit better than the other one. You can see a bit more of the red coming through. But from farther than 4 inches, it still just looks like one big blotch.
Yeah, definitely needs some more weathering to show the texture and detail in the model.
Another quickling!
We got another quickling.
Yay.
I'm not a fan of the quicklings. It looks like all of them are slanted forward in a pretty unnatural angle. I understand slanting them forward to make them look like, you know, it's an action pose, but the pose itself does not look like an action pose. It really looks like it's just standing, and it's supposed to be standing still and straight up, but it's just tilted over. It's a weird model, not my favorite. And what else we have here? This is a Movanic Deva Angel.
A Deva?
A Deva and an Angel.
Whoa, look at him.
That's a pretty interesting mini right there.
Very muscular.
Check it out. And it comes with a little flying stand and a hole right in the bum.
I'm liking the flying stands. I like the little flying minis. You know, I mean, the dragons obviously are flying, but I'm liking the other ones that kind of have the Wraith was one. This one is another one.
Go ahead and open that one.
Oh, and speaking of the Wraith, I think we got our second Wraith.
Oh, did we?
Which is pretty awesome. The Wraith is a really cool.
Yeah, the Wraith is really nice. I like what they did with the model, for sure.
And I think coming into it, like I said, I didn't know too many of them, but the Wraith is one of the ones that's pictured on the box, and it was one of the ones I was most excited to kind of get.
I'm having a lot of trouble with these little. The small flying stands, the ones that are not teardrop shaped.
Yeah, they're a little like half moon shape. Oh, I got the Wraith.
I think I got
the Wraith is in.
Well. You seem to be a lot better at this than I.
The Quickling is here. I find it's easier to actually put it into the stand first.
I got it in for the time being. We'll probably have to go through it again. But yeah, very nice. Pretty nice sculpt on this one.
Yeah, no, it's very detailed. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Alright, on to the next booster. I like this logo. This is, I guess, the logo or insignia of the Tyranny of Dragons collection. One thing that's different about this collection from other Dungeons & Dragons miniatures in the past is that the insignia is not molded into the base for the miniatures.
Which seems like a huge oversight. It seems like something that they kind of were in a rush to get this set out and forgot to put. Is there another green dragon?
Yeah, more dragons. This is crazy how many dragons
so we're getting into our doubles of dragons, which is definitely not something I would have expected.
We're gonna have like a whole roost of dragons.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, this guy looks cool.
The green dragon I like. The model is really nice. It has these nice little lizard-like frills along the top and back side.
I found the cutting.
There you go.
Oh, we've got.
What do you got there?
Oh, we've got a Bugbear. Cool.
Oh, very nice.
With what looks to be like the horde insignia on his
Really?
on his belt. Yeah, that's very
Look
cool.
at that. Not as muscular as some of the other bugbears I've seen, but still definitely larger than your typical human-sized medium character.
Great success. We have our fourth, I believe, human paladin.
Wow. So we're definitely going to be able to, show up at some sort of church or, paladin guild, and there's going to be a lot of twins.
And we have a Goblin Fighter. I don't know if we've gotten this one yet.
Yes, I believe we have. But you can never have too many goblins.
Interestingly enough, I don't know if this is again a mistake or just a painting error. It looks like he's missing a hand.
He is missing a hand. I'm pretty sure he's missing a hand compared to our other one. So yeah, it looks like the quality control is not perfect. There are definitely some issues. We were missing a full arm on our doppelganger from the last break, and now this goblin seems to be missing a hand.
And interestingly enough, these are not things that are kind of loose. They're not things that were broken in shipping and are loose in the package.
No, yeah, because
things that were not packed.
Yeah, absolutely. Each miniature is taped into bubble wrap, so the packaging is very good, preventing them from breaking and shipping. And clearly they haven't been breaking and shipping, but they also haven't been leaving the factory fully intact.
Full appendages.
Yeah, that guy's missing an arm.
A hand, I guess.
Hand, yeah, not an arm, a hand. Well, maybe he'll get disadvantage on attack rolls or something like that.
Offhand attack.
No.
There's a green dragon. Yeah, I like the green dragon. The green dragon's pretty cool.
Good detail. Nice. Let's go to Booster the Third.
This is booster pack number 3.
From brick number 2.
Brick number 2. Season 5 episode.
So far, how many have we opened? We've opened 8 plus 2, 10. So far we've opened and looked at 40 different minis, and we've had, I think, 5 or 6
I think we might have just
duplicates.
gotten another duplicate dragon. Whoa, 2 dragons in one pack. This is new.
Wow.
This is cool. But they're both duplicates. So
wow.
but this is one of the coolest ones, I think. This is the bronze or the...
Yes, the bronze.
Okay, I'm terrible with this one specifically.
So these are 2 of my favorite dragons.
The bronze and the shadow.
They're very well painted and well sculpted. I really like them. And even though we already have one of each, I don't mind this one bit. It's always nice to find 2 dragons in one booster.
Yeah,
it's a jackpot. Yeah, so again, if you're at the store and you're just buying one booster,
you can
pick them up, hold them in your hand, because I'm sure that these will be a little bit heavier than the ones that just have one large and 3 medium to small minis inside.
Yep, and this is, as far as the dragons are concerned, from what we've seen so far, this is definitely the best combination. The bronze is probably my favorite, and then the black shadow is a close second.
Yeah, the paint job is nice. There's good detail on the model, and it's kind of translucent too, so it's really, really nice. Very, very different, very unique.
And then this bronze is exactly what that copper should be in terms of paint application. There's a really nice kind of, as it goes back on the wings, there's a very nice kind of blend from the coppery color to like the green patina, and on the scales on the spine as well, they're kind of greenish coppery. Very cool. I like this one very much. And if anything, this one looks like it might even have more green than the previous one. And then the shadow.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I guess these are hand painted, clearly.
Yeah,
because there's definitely variance between two models. Two identical models may not be painted exactly the same, and that's a plus. That's a plus. If you're ever using multiples, they won't look like they're exact duplicates coming out of a factory.
So this is cool. This is another double. So this might actually be a full double pack. But this is, again, one of my favorite. This is the, what is it? The Hobgoblin Fighter. And I really like this guy's armor. You can see close-up pictures of him in the previous video. But a very cool paint application on this one. It's kind of metallic-y, and it's really cool. It's like a burgundy colored metallic-y looking armor.
Yeah, they've made good use of metallic style paints. They look really nice. And what do we have here? This is, looks like some sort of gnome. It's a gnome. It's a rock gnome female wizard. Very specific. I guess this could be used as a player character.
Yep.
She's very tiny. The model has pretty good detail. It's very small, obviously because it's a gnome, but the detail is nice. I wouldn't mind using this as a player model.
Does it have the badass factor?
It has the badass factor. It's got the cape.
So that's it. That's your criteria for player character. Is does it or does it not have a cape? In that case, our 6 human paladins are definitely fit the bill.
Yes, they have flowing capes. They're wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is booster pack number, what is it? 3 of Brick 2.
Yeah. But, I don't know. So we experienced a bit of a delay. These were initially set to be released on the 19th of August. And when we went to our local hobby shop, they didn't have them. They never received the order. And they spoke with their suppliers, and apparently all of the shipments to our region were delayed. So I'm not sure. Maybe they were rushed to get these out in time. Maybe they didn't produce enough in time, and they had to just pump them out, and they're suffering from some quality control issues as a result. But, you know, a missing hand on a goblin is not the biggest deal. You know, it's not like one of your dragons is missing a head.
That would be a problem.
That would be a pretty
Although with the amount of double dragons we're getting, double dragon, huh? It's also not a problem, apparently. Oh, I think this might be a wyvern. A second wyvern, yep. That's what it looks like.
A mini dragon, if you will.
Well, I guess unlike the dragons, which you might be hard pressed to find a group of them, the wyverns could come in packs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not a bad thing to have multiple wyverns.
And they're pretty cool. It looks like a little snake with wings.
Yeah, the model is very nice.
The model is pretty cool.
Paint is a little flat. Again, I wouldn't mind applying some coffee or diluted black paint to give to show that
some
texture.
weathering.
We have another orc as well.
Nice. Oh, that's
very
cool.
beefy.
Is that the same one we got earlier?
I believe
I recognize
so.
the pants.
Yeah, I believe so. So it's a very beefy and large orc for a medium figure, but that is the way it should be. So it's perfect. Very muscular. And again, orcs are one of those things where you don't really mind getting doubles because you're probably not going to run into, you know, lone orcs too often. And our next medium is not even a living thing. This is a Ballista.
Oh, that's cool.
Check that out. I believe this is a rare.
I like that.
Yeah. Very nice. And again, the model is pretty good. You have definitely the texturing to show that it's made out of wood. The paint job is spot on. And again, it seems like you know, one common factor with many of these models is that they just need some extra attention with either some coffee or some diluted black paint to really get the most out of the detail of the sculpt, because the sculpts are great and some of the paints are a little bit flat. But this is really cool. I like it.
See, the Ballista is actually... Can we trade? Because you got this one in there before.
Yeah.
And
I have Wyvern
unable,
experience.
unable to do it. The Ballista is really neat. It seems to me like something that I might get annoyed to find one of these in my booster pack if I were to buy one.
Yeah.
But an awesome thing to find if you were opening, you know, 32.
For sure. For sure. And it is a rare.
Yeah. So that's very cool. I think it's definitely something you can use in a campaign very well. And it's...
for sure.
Oh, you got it. Sweet.
So.
The mechanism, actually, the peg on the Wyvern is different than the peg on the Dragons. It's a different style. Oh, and speaking of Wyvern, we got another one of those dragon...
The Guard Drake.
The Guard Drake, yeah.
Yeah. I like those.
Yep, so again, another kind of pack animal. That's perfect.
Very good
So, not
detail,
bad.
very nice scales.
Not bad. Booster pack number 4 of Brick 2.
I really feel like I could have made the Wyvern a medium. Because look at the orc beside it. The
Is
orc
it
looks
not?
bigger.
How
No,
do
it's
you
a
know it's a
large.
large.
Just based
Oh,
on
the size
the
of
base
the base?
determines, yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The size of the base determines how large the monster is. You learn something every day, kids.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. This is pack number 5. Oh boy,
Just tear into it.
I guess. I don't know. Pack fail. Open fail. Everything fail. Yeah, so it's very disappointing that they didn't put the logo on the actual figures. I feel like it's a big mistake down the line when you're trying to... I mean, unless this is the set without logo.
Yeah, unless this is the only set that doesn't include a logo, it's going to be really hard for collectors and hobby shops, resellers, and whatever to identify which set these minis belong to.
So,
because you can't memorize everything.
Good news.
We have
Our herd of Pegasus
Pegasi.
is growing. We have a second Pegasus.
Dragons need to eat.
Exactly. Which
Dragons
is,
need to eat.
again, I mean, knowing that we'll get doubles, it's fine.
Maybe we
I
can
don't
get
mind
mounts
this one.
for all of our player characters.
Yes.
We'll all ride a Pegasus.
If we get 4 Pegasus, that's awesome.
We got another duplicate. Again, not at all a problem to have a duplicate of this. It's a Bandit. They do tend to travel in groups. So this is the human Zhentarim Bandit. And what is this? I can't... Do you... It looks like there's nothing in here, but clearly
Probably.
there must be.
Oh, it's another invisible one, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a small one. It might be the Halfling.
That would be good. Yeah, definitely would be
That's-
nice to have an invisible version of our rogue that we're currently using in our starter campaign.
Yeah, this might be very fortuitous. Oh, no, this is actually our Dwarf Paladin.
Oh, okay. Less likely to be invisible, but
This is
still cool.
the clunkiest and least likely of our group to become invisible, but there you go. A stealthy dwarf.
Yeah. Nice to show up. So far, we've received one of these in each brick. So I don't know if that's the quota, if you get one invisible player character per brick.
Well, that would make sense. There's 4
So
player
far, that
characters.
seems
Oh no,
to
but
be
there's
the-
5.
Yeah.
So maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe not. And look at this. This is
Whoa.
monstrous for a medium. This is an orc.
That is cool.
This is the Orog Fighter. I guess it's
That is. Check out the
different
paint on
type of
this.
orc.
This is awesome. That is really cool.
He's huge. I would like to see this beside the Ogre Mage. I think this guy might be the same size, possibly even bigger than the large Ogre Mage. But check that out.
I'm a big fan of that one, actually.
Yeah, nice paint job. Nice sculpt, nice paint job. I like it. And he's got a cape.
Well, Pegasus coming up. Alright, that is our
Bam!
pack number 5 and brick number 2.
Dragon Forge. Ah. Let's get at it.
Are there any on the box that we haven't? We haven't gotten this red dragon, which looks really cool. It's the only one that has the different flying pose.
I would love to find a red dragon. Let's see. Can we make it happen?
Whoa.
Ooh, this is different.
That's a big guy. It's exciting when you don't get a dragon.
Yeah. Yeah,
Who
really
would've
more
thought?
often than not we get dragons. So, what is this? This is a Frost Giant.
Wow, that's cool.
Let me
Do we still have
set him free.
The big giant was on the other brick, right?
Yes, that's right. Let's set him free.
Wheels up. Oh, it looks like we have some new things.
Get out.
This is actually pretty cool too. I don't know if it's a player character or but this is a Sun Elf Guard, and it's actually pretty cool. I don't know if this is something you'd fight.
Well, maybe if you have.
Or again, if you have a bunch of them. Or yeah, if you fight some Sun Elves.
Yeah.
Who knows where your adventures can take you.
Exactly.
But this
Always
is
good to have.
This is very cool. This is a very nice sculpt actually. I like the red with gold with white cape.
There's our Frost Giant. Pretty big guy.
Yeah, the Frost Giant looks really cool. Nice shield, has a nice wooden texture on it. This guy looks like, again, I think he looks like the, in World of Warcraft, there's a race of kind of Frost Giants that looks just like this guy. Or I guess in the Warcraft universe. And this is a guy off the box. This is a human Cult of the Dragon Enforcer. Have we gotten one of these yet? Or?
I think we did. I think we got one.
Yeah, so this guy's pretty cool.
Very cool. With his goatee and all. And cape. And last but not least, our disgusting, filthy, fat, but lovable main demon. There it is.
Is it actually called the main? Oh, it is main demon.
It could double as a fat, diseased goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright.
That sounds... I don't know.
Take it. That's funny. That it's exciting to not get a dragon.
Yeah.
So many dragons.
Well, it's funny because I guess a lot of the excitement that people would have had about buying the set is, you know, Tyranny of Dragons. There's gonna be lots of dragons.
Yeah.
But there's so many dragons. We're surprised at how many dragons there actually are. But again, clearly this is not the experience of most people who buy one or two packs, and it's great to get one or two dragons. So in that sense, it's great that there's so many, because your chances, if you do buy one or two boosters, your chances of getting a dragon are pretty significant. I mean,
oh yeah. So far, yeah, better. Pretty much 2 to 1. Take it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so far we've been getting dragons in about 2/3 of our cases of our boosters. And in that other one from before, we even got 2 dragons.
This might be a new dragon.
More dragons.
This might be a new. Whoa, this is a crazy dragon.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
I can already tell that the paint is very shiny and metallic looking.
Yeah, what is this? Maybe gold?
That
We don't
must
have
be.
a gold dragon yet.
Yeah. And different flying pose.
Gold dragon, yes, this is a very cool flying
Just
pose.
what you asked for.
Yeah. This one I like.
Oh, look at its whiskers and all that.
Yeah, this is like a
That's
Asian looking,
Yeah.
Asian inspired. Oh wow, this one is interesting. So the wings
It's
actually
gonna be hard to get out, yeah.
go through the. Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, that's neat. This is very cool.
That is a very nice model.
Yeah. So with something like this, with the gold, I don't mind so much. That again, the paint is a little flat, but on his chest and on his belly, it's kind of silver. So you still get, there's some contrast. And again, on his wing, there's a little bit of silver. But there's just so much, the pose is so much more dynamic. And there's so much more detail on his wings and on his spine and his tail. That I think it kind of works a lot better. The paint works a lot better with this one. And it's gold!
Yeah, that's a candidate for my new favorite dragon of this collection. Very nice looking. And one of the mediums, first one I opened up, is the human female barbarian.
Oh, cool.
So this could be a player character, NPC, however you want to use it. Again, even though this one has a cape, I'm not into the detail. Like the face detail is not quite up to par for something that I'd want to use as a player character, but it would make a great NPC. What's next? We got another Needleblight. And last but certainly not least, we have another, what is this, the Halfling. Stoutheart Halfling, female bard. There she is.
This is the one you knocked on for not having a cape. Right?
That's right, yeah. No cape, no go. But again, great NPC character. You can have him around in a tavern, different encounters. You could use this as a player character if you wanted to. Nice to have. Don't know if I would have wanted to have two of these.
I can't get this in.
Uh-oh.
I think it's another, again, the hole looks misshapen. It looks like there was some casting issues. So I think it just needs to be forced in there. Oh, but this is interesting. So this is another, I guess it's kind of, oh, this looks like Groot. The Needleblight we have previously is smaller than this, right? Much smaller.
Well, the one we had from
we have a
another
twig
set
blight.
is a twig blight.
Ah, this is a
I don't know what the
Needleblight.
difference is.
This is bigger.
Yeah, it's taller, but it's not a very big mini. It's still like,
Yeah.
it's like a thin human.
They both look like Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. We are Groot. Best role Vin Diesel has ever had. Saying 4 words in a movie.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
That's
so
nice.
that's very cool. I like how his tail kind of wraps around the pole a bit. It's very nice. That's a nice pose.
Gold Dragon, thumbs up.
For sure.
Alright.
So that is booster number 7. The final booster from Brick 2.
Will we get a 6th dragon? How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons so far in this brick.
And a Wyvern.
And a Wyvern and a Pegasus. So lots of large flyers.
Oh, this one actually got a little dented.
Oh,
That's interesting.
that must have gotten dinged up during shipping.
Oh, definitely another dragon. And again, it's the copper one,
Wow.
which
It's our
We can-
third
we can-
copper dragon in
we
2
can
bricks.
really mess with the paint on this one.
We're gonna have a lot of artistic license to screw with this
I
guy.
don't think we need to assemble him. I think he's...
Damn copper dragons.
That's why the paint is so bad on them. They made so many.
They're everywhere.
It just... Oh, but I like this one a lot. This one I think we got... I don't know if we've gotten this one so far. Again, this is a box one. This is a Wood Elf Druid. Very cool. I like his staff and his kind of green armor.
Yeah, nice model. Good detail.
What else do we have? This is another the Stoutheart halfling female bard. So we've gotten one of
I don't like that one.
each of the last.
No cave.
Oh no, this is a terrible pack. So probably our least favorite figure of all, to wrap it all up.
Is it a Quickling?
Is the Quickling.
Oh my god.
In its traditional leaning pose. This is ridiculous.
That's our 4th Quickling.
Look at it.
That's not reasonable. That is not reasonable.
They've all come this way. So that was poor packaging and just a poor statue.
Look at that.
Poor figure.
That's
Not a fan. Not a fan. And it just reverts. You gotta like blow dry it and keep it like that for a while. Maybe just burn. Well,
2 thumbs down for the Quickling.
This is its attack action. If it just springs forward.
It lands on its feet. Sometimes. Yeah, not a fan of the Quickling. Not a fan of the female bard. It's cool to have one to use as an NPC, but multiples really are unfortunate. And I guess we have 4 Quicklings now.
4 Quicklings and 4 copper dragons.
Do we have 4 copper dragons? No, 3.
3? Oh,
3.
okay.
But still, it's
3.
It's a little excessive. When are you ever going to run into 3 copper dragons?
Too many.
Not anytime soon, I hope.
I hope one of them is a really cool repaint. That's a mission.
We'll take some artistic liberties with one of the copper dragon duplicates and see what we can do.
I don't think we have to bother with assembling them. So there you go.
Copper dragons.
To wrap up brick number 2. Although brick number 2 has been pretty awesome. Yep. The dual pack of bronze and shadow dragon was awesome. That frost giant is really, really cool. And this ogre, whatever he is.
The Orog ogre?
Orog Ogre Fighter is awesome. So very cool. Some very cool figures in this pack.
Really liking the guard drake too.
Yeah, guard drake. Very cool. Yeah, the Wyvern is really cool. That Ballista was awesome. We got another invisible. Another. So yeah, overall pretty cool. Good brick. Terrible ending.
6 dragons.
Lots of dragons. And the gold dragon. How could we forget about that? Very cool. Probably the most unique model yet. The most unique pose.
Great paint too.
Yep, very cool. And more copper dragons. I'm sure it's not the end of the copper dragons.
Yeah.
It seems like
we're gonna have an entire family of copper dragons, just like a swarm of them.
Hey, this is interesting. I wonder what this is for. This is like vented.
Why would it be vented?
I don't know. The box on one side is vented. Oh, the one cool thing is that all these figures come with a nice fresh paint smell.
Yeah.
Which is really, like you were saying, nostalgic for anyone who used to paint minis or, do any Warhammer or anything like that.
Brings me back to the days I spent in my basement painting Warhammer miniatures. That very unique smell of acrylic model paint is noticeable in these packs. All right, so apparently copper dragons are a dime a dozen so far.
We've gotten 2 in this brick.
Yeah.
I think, actually, interestingly enough, we got one in the first booster and one in the last booster of the brick.
Coincidence?
So we started and ended with kind of terrible dragons. But the middle was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some good stuff. Let's move on and open brick number 3.
Brick number 3. Alright, we'll probably clean this up and we'll be back with the 3rd brick. So, thanks for watching. The link to the next video will be below. And once again, shout out to the Hairy Tarantula. Tabletop games, comic books, anything in Toronto you wanna get your hands on. They have a really good selection of miniatures too, older miniatures from the previous sets. Yeah. So check them out if you're in Toronto. Hairy Tarantula.
Definitely.
And